you need a reliable horse in the Reach, that's what we have. That would be Jarl Igmund. Young for a ruler of a hold, especially the Reach. Wasn't surprising he stayed loyal to the Empire. His father helped capture Ulfric Stormcloak after the Markarth incident. It's the whole reason Ulfric revolted against the Empire. Well, the first reason, anyway. Forsworn had taken over Markarth, and Ulfric and his men drove them out. Empire promised they'd be free to worship Talos afterwards. Pity no one told the elves. Whole group of those Thalmor came, and they demanded Ulfric's arrest. Before the Nords came, we worshipped the old gods, had our own kingdom. Times have been good and bad since then, but some folks couldn't handle not ruling their own land. Those are the Forsworn. The Forsworn follow the old ways. Some of those were best forgotten. Blood sacrifices, communing with Daedra. It's the road to ruin. May the crags fail to trip your feet.
Traveling in the Reach is dangerous. You need a good carriage. It's an old city. Legends say dwarves built it first. Then after they vanished, the natives moved in. Finally, the Nords took over around Tiber Septim's time. That bent a few folks' arms the wrong way. That's right. At least according to them scholars. Stonework's clearly not Nord, that much is for sure. Old elven fella named Calsumo, up in Understone Keep's the one you want to talk to for more about that. Wrote all those books. They just called themselves the people of the Reach. Lot of common blood with the Bretons by the looks of them. Used to have their own kingdom till the Nords came. Now they're at the bottom of the hay pile. That's right. Whole group of the natives called the Forsworn rose up against the Nords. Drove them out. Then Ulfric Stormcloak came with his militia. That must have been a sight to see him shouting folks to death. You'd think that'd be the end of it, but those Forsworn are still in the hills, and they're as wild as wolves. Mm-hmm.
Need a trained war dog? Fiercest companion money can buy.
Stupid dog.
Don't fall. Until next time, a war dog is good company and good protection.
What am I supposed to do? Never leave the house? You want that, Endon?
You're closing the stall. That's fine.
You want to give up now, out of fear? Is that what we're going to teach our daughter?
Mama, why are you and Papa fighting?
We're not fighting, we're just... Why don't I get you something to eat? Mama and Papa will talk later.
My daughter Adara is going to be a fine silversmith older.
I work silver, like my father, and his father before him. My wife Kira runs our jewelry stall in the market. My daughter Adara is also my apprentice. She's a quick study. I prefer working in silver. More skill needed than forging iron or steel. Need something? Pickpocket!
Being an apprentice is great. I get to swing a hammer at things. Mama doesn't like me jumping up and down in the house. But I can't help it, I swear.
Songs
Yes?
are just old memories.
Hi there.
I've seen every corner of Skyrim, but nothing is as beautiful as the battlefield.
Hi there.
Bloodiest beef in the Reach. Don't try to haggle with me. Buy or leave. Ah, now that is a good question. Where does Hogni get the finest, freshest meat from all over the Reach? The answer is simple. Orcs. There is a stronghold nearby whose hunters can butcher a deer in seconds. Now having an orc for a wife would be something, yes. Strong and bulky. Too bad they don't let people go beyond the walls. Let me show you where they are. Maybe they welcome you. Maybe they put an arrow in your face. Who knows? Do I look like a guide? Only thing I do is sell meat. Are you going to buy or not? Come back when you need more meat. Bring gold.
I'm gonna be a silversmith one day, like my mother and father.
How are the necklaces selling, my wife? We could make more.
My family came here centuries ago. We made a good living smithing the silver that flows through the city. But you probably wanted to know about the fancy carvings and stonework, didn't you? Travelers always do. Here, I have a delivery I need to make to Calcimo. Why don't you take it to him? He knows the history of Markarth better than anyone.
Look at you, begging on the streets. Learn
Thank
to
you.
trade.
He can be a bit difficult, but I'm sure he'll appreciate your help. Hey, stop by my stall in the market sometime.
Slabs of venison.
Huh?
No one turns down cut meat from Hogni Red-Arm.
More like Hogni Fat-Arm.
Being an apprentice is great. I get hammer at things. Mama doesn't like me pumping up and down in the house. But I can't help it, I swear.
Bloodiest beef in the Reach.
Did you hear all that noise outside?
Oh.
It's just the market rabble. We should get back to work. You there, if you're here to trade, step up to the counter.
Lisbet handles the customers. I just check the shipments. Feel free to take the store. I've been at Arnleif & Sons all my life. It's a good store. I remember old Arnleif building each shelf in this store himself. Old Arnleif would be proud of Lisbet. She's kept this place running thick and thin. I brought in my cousin Koznak to help me handle shipments. Need something?
No, I'm not Arnleif. Yes, I know it's called Arnleif & Sons. I inherited the store from my husband. His father was Arnleif. My husband, Gunnar, died about 5 years ago. Forsworn attack. I miss that stubborn oaf. Oh, by the divines, is it that obvious? I swear, if my Gunnar was alive to see me now. This store would finally be on its feet if I hadn't lost my last shipment to the Forsworn attacks. A specially made Dibella statuette. You aren't for hire, are you? A sellsword? I'll pay you if you can recover that statuette from the Forsworn. Thank you. I'll have a sum of gold waiting for you when you return. No, as if trade wasn't poor enough. Now there's violence in the streets. It was the Forsworn, wasn't it? I lose dozens of shipments every season to those barbarians. Now they're in the city? Gods help us. Come back whenever you need.
Lisbet handles the customers. I just check the shipments.
What? Where's Koznak? Is that lazy idiot out drinking at the Silver Blood Inn again? On my coin?
He's just waiting for the shipments, Lisbet. He'll be back as soon as they come in.
There are no shipments scheduled today.
Feel
Stop
free to take a look
bothering
around the
for
store. He's my cousin. Just give him another chance, please.
it. Fine. I won't fire him. But I'm doing this for your sake, not his.
What can I do for you? Oh, did you need
I
something?
said Holmes, you backbiter. Give a
Need
crippled
something?
worker a helping hand. Holmes, Give me some meat, you fat Nord.
What did you say to me, Reachman?
I said,
Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm hungry. The divines know you don't need more food in that huge gutty.
The Dark Brotherhood. Oh. My goodness, you're really here. The Black Sacrament. It actually worked. What I need is for Elaine Dufont to die. I want him hunted down and murdered like the dog he is. I didn't know it when we were with each other, but Elaine is actually the leader of a band of cutthroats. Bandits. They're holed up in some old dwarven ruin. Raldbethar. It's near Windhelm. They use it as their base. It's where they stage their raids. I want you to go to that ruin, find Elaine Dufont, and kill him. I don't care about his friends. Do whatever you want with them. But Elaine has to die. Excellent. Once Elaine is dead, I'll pay you. In gold. I've saved up a bit. I hope that'll do. But, well, there is one more thing. If you're interested. If you can, I want you to kill someone else as well. You don't have to, not as part of our deal, but if you do, I'll pay you even more. It's Nilsine Shattershield in Windhelm. If Nilsine dies too, I'll make it worth your while. I went to Windhelm to see the Shattershields. They were old and dear friends, and in mourning. Frigga was killed recently. Murdered. I met Elaine in the tavern, while I was drinking my sadness away. He was handsome and charming. He said I was the beautiful lily of his dreams. Elaine made all the pain just go away. But it was all lies. Elaine used me. He ruined my name, destroyed my friendship with the Shattershields. Do you know why Elaine was in Windhelm? He heard about Frigga's murder. He wanted to befriend the family, in their grief, and rob them blind. Elaine used me to get close to my friends. And now they all think I'm some kind of monster. Elaine Dufont took my life, and now I'm taking his. Don't you see? I was like a daughter to Tova, a sister to Nilsine and Frigga. But the family refuses to believe my innocence, no matter what I say. Couldn't they understand that I was used? That I was grieving for Frigga too? No, they treated me like garbage, threw me away. With Nilsine dead, maybe then Tova will realize what she's lost, huh? Maybe then she'll see that I was just as much a daughter as the others. And if not, may she drown in her own tears. I planned to kill Elaine myself, you know. Nilsine too. Lost my nerve. I even brewed a special poison, lotus extract. Maybe you could use it? Just coat your weapon with it. Then, you get the idea. Make them all pay for what they've done to me.